Required materials are not there. The labor have come up, but the materials are not available at the site. The site supervisor does not have the proper visibility of, let's say, what are the current issues which are happening at the site. What is the actual progress of my project? So the companies which are like at the enterprise level, for example, let's say L&T, or let's say you name a very enterprise level, a very high revenue company, have a software. They use a lot of softwares which provide them this visibility. Yeah, the moment we talk about companies which are medium scale or let's say small scale industry, they don't have software available for them which solve this day-to-day problem for them. Powerplay as a SaaS solution will help you reducing your cost.
Welcome to Tech Beyond Boundaries, where we explore the limitless possibilities in the tech industry. In this podcast, we will explore the intersection of technology and construction management. We have the privilege of hosting a visionary entrepreneur who is revolutionizing the construction industry. Our guest is Mr. Manish Prasad, the brilliant mind behind Powerplay, a leading construction management company with a passion for leveraging technology to drive efficiency and sustainability in construction projects. Construction management has long been recognized as a complex and labor intensive field, where tight deadlines, tight budgets, and intricate logistics are the norm. Manish will offer a unique perspective on how Powerplay is at the forefront of driving change and bringing in a new era of construction management. Welcome to our podcast, Manish. How are you today?
Thank you, Sana. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good too. I'm good too. I'm thrilled that you could be a part of our podcast. So, my first question to you would be, could you elaborate, on the specific technological innovations within Powerplay that have revolutionized the project management in the construction industry?
Yeah, sure. No, as you explained that this in construction industry, a lot of things works in a very war, kind of a war mode. Like people are mostly busy during the education time that they are working in a very war like of a mode. So deadlines are very tight, and then during the education, a lot of issues, practical issues comes up. Like for example, the required materials are not there. The labor have come up, but the materials are not available at the site. The site supervisor does not have the proper visibility. Similarly, the people who are, let's say, coordinating the project from the office, they don't have proper visibility of, let's say, what are the current issues which are happening at the site. What is the actual progress of my projects and all. The companies which are like at the enterprise level, for example, let's say L&T, or let's say you name a very enterprise level, a very high, let's say, revenue company. So
Mm-hmm.
have a software. They use a lot of softwares which provide them this visibility.
Yeah.
But the moment we talk about companies which are medium scale or let's say small scale industry, they don't have software available for them which solve this day-to-day problem for them. So we
Okay.
at Powerplay, yeah, understood this problem, and one of the most, you can say, the unique selling point of our Powerplay is that we have a mobile app. Now, due to very low cost of, let's say data in India, and also the network speeds are good even at the site. So the people who are actually executing the site, with the help of a small mobile device, smartphones, they are able to capture the data, and they are uh, send this data quickly to the office team. So this communication thing is one of the most unique selling point of our from Powerplay. Now, because of this, what happens is, if any issues comes up, the site people quickly is able, instead of calling to the, let's say, office team, he is sending it as a proof, from the mobile. Office person, if he wants to know what is the progress, because the site person is constantly sending him photos, and it's mostly in a real time way, so he gets a better visibility. Similarly, let's say if some material is going to end, the site person doesn't need to call the person. He simply has to raise a request, and the request is visible to all the people who are sitting in the team. So because the communication has become far more real time, secondly, we are essentially making things in a far more structured way. So this visibility issue also is being solved. So I think this is the crux of the thing that we are solving.
So you would say that mobile accessibility, along with advanced analytics and reporting, are basically the crux of the Powerplay app.
Yeah. So I like to elaborate on this thing that you said, like, reporting
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
So without power play, how reporting happens is, so there is a site person, there is a project supervisor, and there is a
Mm-hmm.
person who is in the office. Let's say he is, let's say, the owner of the company. So now first the site person has to, from pen paper mode, he has to basically collect a lot of data. He has to do some aggregation. Similarly, a project supervisor also has to collect data from different people. Then he has to fill in the data in the format which they have discussed with the owner. So they fill in the data, and once they compile all this data, they send it to the owner, and then the owner consumes. So typically it consumes almost an hour every day. With Powerplay, what
Okay.
happens is, it's just a simple click of a button. You
Mm-hmm.
do it, a PDF report comes up where you get lot of different sections, like for example, all the progress that has been made in the project site today, what were the various issues that were encountered, how much, let's say, material was consumed. If I want to know how much how many labor actually worked today, that also is present, pictures and all. So just with a click of a button, within few seconds the reports gets generated, and that is the report the site supervisor, or let's say a project supervisor, is able to share with the owner, and the owner now also get a proper visibility. So we have reduced the effort of compiling data and then putting the data into the agreed format and then sharing to, like, less than 5 minutes. So
So we
that is
can
the
monitor the project health, which can make
yes,
informed decisions to optimize the project outcomes in real time.
yes, correct, exactly.
Okay. So with the advent of AI, like how does Powerplay incorporates or integrates artificial intelligence and machine learning?
To be honest, we have not made much progress in this. Like
Mm-hmm.
definitely, we have lot many ideas. As a POC, we have done a few things, but as far as, let's say, feature rollout, we have not done it. With respect to, let's say, what kind of POCs we have done, so I can name few. For example, let's say just with the click of picture, I can, let's say, identify how many, let's say, number of male people are there, how many female people are there. I can exactly get the count of labor just by a picture. So with the picture, I am also capturing the proof, and because of AI and ML algorithms which runs on the background, directly we are also able to identify how many labor and kind of labor that has come. है ना? So these things we have done. But as a feature rollout, so far we have restricted because the customers right now, they don't look for advanced features. What they are currently mostly, you can say, their focus is, at least because adoption by the site people and the kind of people which work in the site, right, they are not very tech savvy. So for
Yeah,
them, very advanced tech features does not matter. The site people should be able to very easily adopt the features. That is the primary
that
goal of
it should be
the.
user friendly.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why
Okay.
we don't focus much on. Well, these are innovations thing. We as a company keep on exploring. We do certain POCs, but rolling out as a feature, so far we have resisted that.
Got it. So, I mean, when I was researching about your company, I got to know about the various competitors as well, like I Build Supply, AutoGrid, Autodesk, IBM 360, Procore, many of the names which are synonymous with the construction management industry. So, how has
Mhm.
Powerplay carved its niche in the market with so many competitors?
Yeah. So the competitors that you name, like for example, Procure and all, so they are
Mm-hmm.
solutions for enterprise level companies.
Mm-hmm.
So I think during the start only I explained that for enterprise level companies, these are the software tools they use. Now these are pretty costly softwares. Second
Mm-hmm.
thing is their training period is pretty high also. Like it takes 3 months to 6 months to even train the workforce. While
Okay.
the customers which are our customers, uh, their project life cycle itself is roughly from 1 month to, let's say, 3 month max. So second thing is they cannot afford such a costly software. So
Correct.
because of these various reasons, like at this point of time, I will not say we are direct competitors of such kind of softwares, because they are targeting a totally different segment of our customers. We are totally into small sector companies and to an extent medium sector industries.
Okay. So I was going through Powerplay app as well as the website, and I could see some testimonials from construction companies that have adopted your app, and they have seen significant improvements in their project outcomes thanks to this. So can you share any of those success stories with us?
Yeah. So, I can quickly tell a testimonial of a customer. So earlier with the same workforce, he was able to execute 4 projects in a month. With Powerplay now, he is able to execute 12 projects per month.
Oh,
Same
okay.
workforce. So he has not increased any manpower, nothing. Just
Mm-hmm.
by buying our software. After that, ensuring that the his workforce, all the people who work for his company,
Mm-hmm.
are pretty much well adopting the Powerplay.
Okay.
Once the adoption was there, he was able to increase with the same set of people to 12 projects per month. So this was one of the very good highlights for us.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, another testimonial that we have come that has come from our customer is one of the customers is he was able to reduce the cost of his project just by getting better visibility of how much material is present at the site, how
Mm-hmm.
much material is needed to execute the project. है ना? So because of this visibility, he was able to what you call procure in a very optimal way. And because in any construction project, material is the biggest what you call cost that goes into it. So if you are, let's say, able to reduce even let's say optimize, I will say optimize the material cost even by 5%, it directly impacts the net profit of that company. So these are two very successful testimonials I can share.
How has your volunteer experience at Smarthanam Trust influenced your leadership approach and vision for Powerplay?
So yeah, that was a really very good learning experience as a volunteer in Samarthanam. So one thing if let's say from leadership point of view, one very much very important key takeaway for me was the communication. So Samarthanam, the people were native Kannada speakers. It's a school where, let's say, poor people go and study, they stay there and all. So they were completely into the language was Kannada, and I am not a native Kannada language speaking person.
Okay.
And that was the time when I actually recently moved into Bangalore also. So I was also learning this language. But since I was volunteering there, so I had to also teach them. And we were three people, like 3 people who were coming and volunteering. And unfortunately or unfortunately, all 3 of us were not a native Kannada speaking people. But in any case, we have to interact with the children, we have to teach them, you know. So what we decided, like, instead of going for rather we chose the visual medium to interact with the students. So we used to bring a lot of props, you can say. We used to bring in videos. So let's say if any lesson that we have to learn, we used to do research, try to bring in some props. We try to bring more pictures around it. Also videos where, like, which were pointing towards more figures rather than. With this we realized that uh, for communication you have to identify what is the best medium to connect with your audience. So we being non Kannada speaking people, and the students, they being completely Kannada, they don't understand English much, and still we were able to connect because we identified visual medium is the best medium for us. Now taking the same thing in, let's say, as same principle in Powerplay. So as I said, the people who are working in the site, no, they are not very tech savvy. Also, let's say if the construction project in, let's say, Tamil Nadu, so mostly the workers who will be executing those projects will be mostly conversing in Tamil. Similarly, if it is
Mm-hmm.
happening in, let's say, Karnataka, it will be Kannada. है ना? If it is Mumbai, then it will be Marathi. So again, the same channel challenge comes to us, right? So should be our app should be, let's say, give translation for everything in all the native languages, or should we make our apps where, let's say, visual medium is so let's say strong, that the irrespective of the language, native language that the site person speaks, he should be able to figure out what needs to be done. A very small example could be, let's say I have to add something. Then if let's say the plus button is very prominent, then irrespective of any language, he will understand that plus means I need to add something. Similarly, let's say minus symbol is there, then I need to, let's say, delete something, you know.
Yeah.
If something has, let's say, mark complete, then tick mark. So same visual medium, so the same learning that I had from the NGO, like we,
Mhm.
that same problem we will face in the our Powerplay app. And we have tried to make our app as much as like, you know, user friendly.
Okay. Okay. So what's the future for Powerplay now? Like anything, any new recent announcements or any upcoming changes which you want to tell our viewers?
For promoting our app, like we have now started to participate in, let's say, events where where, let's say, construction people you know, assemble, and they showcase their products, their projects and all, and what is, let's say, going around in this construction space. So we have started to attend such kind of events, and there we also showcase that Powerplay as a SaaS solution will actually help you, say, reducing your cost, being far more, executing your projects in a far speedier manner. So these kind of things we are doing. One more thing that we are targeting in, let's say, another 6 months is, so right now our focus were mainly small sector people. Now we have planned to expand it to medium sector companies also. And
Okay.
once we are, let's say, successful there, then we'll start to compete with, let's say, enterprise grade software. So
Okay. Okay.
that's the future looks like.
Manish, you must be a very busy person. So how do you maintain that work-life balance?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, without the support of family, right? I don't think it's easier for any person to actually have this work-life balance, because on certain days, and also being a, let's say, early stage startup, it is actually pretty demanding. So if you have a good understanding family, then that really helps. That is point number one. Point number two is, if you are, let's say, able to finish certain tasks, let's say they might be very low hanging fruits, their impact might seem to be very, let's say, low, but if you just complete those low hanging fruits, at least you get a sense of accomplishment, so that actually helps you motivate it. So don't wait for always high impacting, high effort kind of a task. Whatever is there, even if it's a low hanging fruit, even if it has a low impact, if you have some time to, let's say, finish it, just finish it, because once you complete some task, it goes away from your bucket completely,
Yeah.
and you feel that, "Oh, I have accomplished something." So I think this is one tip I like to share.
Okay, thank you for this valuable advice. So, with wrapping up this interesting podcast, I would like to say that the rise of these project management platforms in the construction industries has helped the remote service offer construction companies the ability to manage their projects, collaborate with team members, and access the project data from anywhere with an internet connection. This has transformed the way construction projects are planned, executed, and managed. So, from innovative project management solutions to sustainable business practices, the opportunities for growth and transformation are endless. And as we move forward, let's embrace the challenges and possibilities that lies ahead, driving the construction management industry towards a future which is defined by efficiency and innovation. So, until next time, keep innovating. Thank you. Thank you, Manish. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. Thanks.